So Andreas, a tough start to this year's trophy competition. How do you assess today's performance?
Yeah, it was a difficult game. Listen, we know what Leicester is. We knew they were going to come out and play hard and be physical with us. And unfortunately, we allowed them to do that. You know, we started very slow. We found ourselves early behind, and then we were just playing catch-up after that. You've got to be able to play with the right level of physicality. You've got to compete on the boards. And I just felt today we tried to do it on spells, but we've got to do it consistently. And when you're playing a team like that, when they're ready and you're not just kind of ready to match that type of level of physicality, it's going to be difficult. So this is an important lesson for us. Not the way we want to start the league play and the trophy competition in particular, but you know what? We've got to learn from this. We've got to move on. We have a quick turnaround with the back-end game ahead of us for the ENBL. But certainly, in terms of the way we want to play basketball today, that was not a good representation.
You mentioned the fact that you had to chase the game from early on, but two middle quarters, the second and third, where the scoring was fairly even, and then they saw out the lead in the end.
You've got to get stops, and the thing is, even in the second quarter it was 24-0, but we were still struggling to find a way to get stops. I mean, you look at the stats sheet, they saw 26 free throws, we only saw 11. I think it shows a lot about the aggressiveness on the teams and how they were approaching the game. So, you know, sometimes quarter scores can be a little bit like deceptive. You've got to be able to generate stops throughout, and when you put yourself in a big hole at the start of the first quarter, you've got to find a way to get back that deficit, and the only way to do it is on the defensive end. And unfortunately, you know, there were some moments where we were able to cut it down to 6 or 8 points, but it wasn't consistent enough.
And as you mentioned, a tough trip away to Bakken for the first ENBL fixture of this campaign as well.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be difficult. I mean, we wanted to be difficult. I mean, at the end of the day, we're competing to be the best version of ourselves. Our goal is to win a championship. We don't want any excuses. We don't want to take it easy. We lost to a good Leicester team today. We've got to regroup. We've got to reset. We've got to learn from our mistakes, and we've got to be ready to play the NBL champions.